Junkie Nation, we're back with one of our favorites, Michael Johnson, UFC featherweight and lightweight. He's dabbled in both divisions. This weekend he gets down as a 155er against Clay Guida, two OGs of the sport. What up, Michael? How you doing?
What's up, guys? How you doing, man? Thanks for having me on, like always.
Yeah, we've talked to you a lot over the years, and it's always fun to go down memory lane and just see exactly what you've done, who you fought. You fought them all, bro. Seriously. Like, it is a who's who list of who you fought, who you've beaten. What does that mean to you when you encapsulate when you think about just your whole career, as a professional mixed martial artist?
It means it's kind of bittersweet. You know what I mean? Because I've fought the best of the best, and I'm still on that path, and I've beaten some guys, but then at the same time, I haven't accomplished what I've wanted to accomplish. I haven't fought for a world title. I haven't become a world champion yet, and that's something that's on the radar, and I still have that plan in mind. I'm not going anywhere by it. And another thing is, I've just changed like my train of thought in the living and everything. So all those past fights, all the fights that I've been into and all those guys I've beaten, it means absolutely nothing right now. I've kind of rebranded myself to become a better man, a better person, and ultimately a better fighter.
Let me push back on one thing. You said it means nothing, but even though you haven't fought for a title or won a world title, you've beaten two guys that have held the UFC lightweight championship. That doesn't mean anything to you?
Nah, I mean, it does a little bit because it means that I have the talent and it means I am good enough to be a world champion. That's what it means to me right there, that I know I have the talent, I know I have the skill, and I just need to stay on the right path. And that's exactly what it means. But as far as me saying it doesn't mean anything to me, I'm literally this is a new fight for me. It's a new career for me. I'm starting out as 0-0 in my mind. I dropped my nickname. I don't go by the Menace anymore, so it's just Michael Johnson, and I'm just here for business and to beat as many guys as I need to beat to get back to the title or to get to it.
Okay, I got you. I didn't want you to just throw away what you've accomplished because, like I said, prior to you coming on, I'm giving your resume a glance. I always go to the bottom just in case because I want to see, is it his birthday today or has he had 3 fights for some reason on February 7th or February 6th or whenever you're fighting. You're fighting this weekend. But I just look at things like that, and then you start scrolling, you see the names, and you're like, God damn, homeboy's like done a lot, But, whatever, you're right. The fight is this Saturday against Clay Guida, another OG like yourself. Is it kind of fun to, I guess, fight some of the same guys that have come up around the same time as you?
Yeah, I'm excited for this fight. I worked very hard for this fight, and it's just a thing where Clay's a pioneer in this game. The fight game is what it is today because of guys like Clay Guida that helped start it and help, get all the traction. He's a future Hall of Famer. He's been around the game forever. So it's a blessing for me to get in there and share the octagon with Clay. I'm excited.
Okay, now I wanted to ask you something else here. What was 2020 like for you, and what does 2021 feel like now? Despite the fact that I know the UFC put on some shows, and it wasn't like it was, I guess, for other people. You were able to cash a check, but still, I think it's just the year we all want to throw away. So, what's 2021 feel like to you? I know there's going to be no fans. I know there's still some of the same protocols, but I feel like, I don't know, I think we're all in our mind feeling better about 2021.
Yeah, I think we are. My fight in 2020 was a fight in an empty arena stadium, and that was very strange. It was very weird. Didn't really feel like an actual fight. It was just strange. So I used that time after that, just a lot of self-reflection, a lot of growing, a lot of preparing my mind, a lot of just learning about myself and looking and seeing the things that I need to do to be successful and make 2021 a great year for myself and my family. And I'm excited. I look forward to this year. I want to get as many as fights as I can. I mean, I want to fight 3 times before June and July. I want to get in like at least 6 fights, 5 or 6 fights this year. And with everything going on, I definitely think that's capable. And I'm definitely going to be prepared and ready for any of it. So I really look forward to this year.
Michael, you talked a little bit about the change in mindset. When you walk into the cage, do you feel like all that will feel different as well? Are you just a completely different guy right now?
Yes, 100%. Everything's going to be different for me. I'm looking at this like a new beginning. Just like I said, I'm considering myself 0-0 right now. I'm walk into this cage, excited, very eager to get in there to fight and to get back and to show my skills and just get back to being great. I let a lot of things just slip through my fingers in the past, and now it's my chance to get that all back, to reinvent myself. It's just going to be a new chapter.
2020 has been really rough on a lot of people, and I think all of us at some point have been down, but we've had that one person we pick up our phone and we call, and whether it be a family member, a friend, a training partner, can you maybe share who that person is in your life that when you're down lifts up your spirits or has changed your life?
There's a few people, and I always talk to my mother. We always have good conversations, whether she's annoying me or not, like all mothers do to their children, especially the babies. So, but that's good, and I've been really, really, just in my group of best friends, and we've been best friends since freshman year of high school. So it's going on 20+ years, and just all of us are just on a positive mindset of growing our minds and just being successful and being new and figuring out what we can do next and always progressing. So I'll just jump on the phone with my friends or anything like that, and we'll lift each other's spirits up, get excited for the future, get excited for what we're working on, and just enjoying the day and the process. This fight's a huge it's been a long journey for me, and I've failed a few times, but growth comes from failure, and I'm excited for that growth.
How different is Clay Guida in regards to preparation for a guy like that? Because you never really, you kind of know what to expect, but you kind of don't, because he's just kind of all over the place. He's very awkward in his fighting style. How different was preparing for him compared to people in the past?
I'm preparing to become a world champion. I'm training like a world champion, so that's what I'm training for. Not really training for particular Clay Guida. Like, I know what he's going to bring to the table. I know he's kind of fast paced and you kind of awkward, but at the same time, I'm training for a greater purpose, and that's to hold that title around my waist. So I'm doing everything necessary to become a world champion, and Clay's just a guy that I got to get past.
Your season of The Ultimate Fighter was about 10 years ago, so you've spent a decade as a UFC mixed martial artist. You had fights before that, but looking back, have you enjoyed being a mixed martial artist? Like when you got out of high school, I don't know if you thought, hey, you know what, that's going to be my career. So basically, did you get a satisfaction out of making the most out of your physical abilities? And like I said, competing very well at the highest level for many years?
Yeah, I'm very happy. I've been enjoying this process, the ups and the downs. It's definitely wasn't something that I picked for myself and like getting into high school or anything like that. I figured I'd be into something else, maybe football or something like that. But it just kind of fell into my lap, and I've been enjoying it. It's been a great 10 years in the game. I'm still young. I don't take much damage. I'm preparing myself to do another 10 years because still in my eyes, I haven't accomplished what I needed to accomplish in the first 10 years. So I'm about to put in another 10.
That's good to hear. Your fights are awesome, man. Seriously. No matter what the result, I don't really concern myself with that. I've just always known that when you step in there and the ref says, let's go, it's always going to be a great fight. Now, I don't know if fighters appreciate that or if they're more locked in on W's and L's. I don't know. To you, what gives you the most satisfaction about competing in mixed martial arts?
Going in there to fight, competing, that brings me, so joy. Yeah, like wins are great, you know what I mean? But if you base everything on win-loss, something's gonna upset you, something's gonna go wrong. And I am basing everything on growth, being better than I was my last fight, learning, enjoying the process, and letting things unfold and just fully there being focused. I think a lot of guys get lost with the fakeness of how things are and like how people can be so quick to like be hyped up or be on a hype train because they got a big win. Well, then they turn around and then they take a loss and then it kind of shatters their whole world because they're based off of these wins and losses. And I know everybody loves a winner and you have to win to get where you want to be in life. That's great. But at the same time, experience is better. I think it gets you farther. And, like everything else goes out of the window when you're winning. Like you're only as good as your last fight. So you string together a few wins and then now nobody notices your losses. They just notice what you're doing.
Let's close with this. You mentioned football a few minutes ago. Who do you like between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Kansas City Chiefs? I don't know if you know other professional athletes, but if I'm not mistaken, you're originally from Missouri. So I don't know if you were a Rams fan then or a KC fan, or how much interest do you have in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I'm very excited for the Super Bowl. The Chiefs are, a good team. They're a team I follow. I call them the chefs, just between me and my friends, so a lot of us are huge Kansas City fans, but I'm more excited to see Tom Brady go in there at his age. He got traded off to this team, and the first time he got traded, I said he's going to win a Super Bowl this year because everybody's doubting him. They didn't think he could do it without Belichick, and at his age, or do anything with that team, and he's just proven everybody wrong, and that's what I love to see. Him just going through adversity and not really worried about what everybody's got to say. And now look, he's in the Super Bowl, and that's where he plays most of his games. So,
for real, you called that? You said the Bucs were going to be in the Super Bowl?
I did call that, and I got friends to vouch for that. And I should have put in a bet or a wager, but I knew it just for some odd reason. Man, he's fucking Tom Brady, bro. Like he's literally probably the best quarterback to play in the NFL. Hands down. And now he's playing against Patrick Mahomes, which is his. He's going to be a great quarterback. He's probably the greatest quarterback of our era, I think. So he's coming in after Tom Brady, and just seeing that battle between those two great quarterbacks is going to be a great game to watch.
Yeah, no doubt. It's cool talking to MMA fighters about other sports. There's a lot of MMA fighters that couldn't tell you where the Chiefs are from or anything like that. They're just locked into mixed martial arts. But it was great to hear you bring up football, and it's a huge weekend this weekend. First, we got UFC.
Yeah, well,
we got Super Bowl. Best combo I can think of.
Yeah, absolutely. Just keep in mind, I'm an athlete first, and then I decided to fight. And that's what this sport kind of lacks. We lack a few athletes. We got great guys that can fight, but a lot of them can't dribble a ball or catch a football, even throw a football or sprint or do anything like that. Which I get it. That's not our sport, but at the same time, I'm an athlete at heart, and it shows out, and I just love to compete.
I hear you on that. I used to say the sport is basically three parts. You got martial artists, you got athletes, and then you got just street tough guys, And we've seen a little bit of all of them have some success. But yes, I understand exactly what you mean. There's just a lot of great athletes that I think are going to slowly come over and I think put a dent in the mixed martial arts. So we'll see. The sport always evolves. It always surprises me. But I think I've seen a little bit of all three of them after 15 years of covering the sport.
Yes, definitely, for sure. So, I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for evolution. I'm growing every day. My mind's growing every day. I'm really excited. It feels like I just got into fighting now. And that's one thing in the past that maybe a few of these losses kind of got me down on the fight game. Kind of didn't have me interested maybe with the guys I was fighting. I just really wasn't excited for anything. It was kind of getting boring to me. But now the excitement's back, and what better opponent to be excited for than Clay Guida? It's going to be a great fight, and I'm excited. Another fight with Team Alpha Male. So.
It is going to be a fun fight, man. I can't wait for it. It's actually snuck up on us, but it's a great card. There's a lot of ranked fighters. There's a lot of popular fighters. There's a lot of fighters that have accomplished a lot of things. So I can't wait for it. So thank you very much for making some time for us here on Fight Week. We appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon, my man.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, guys. See you soon.